Alright guys, welcome back to Buck and Bass Basics. Recently I had a couple winter kayak tournaments. This was my first year doing Moyak kayak tournaments, and I've decided to expand my kayak tournament adventures to not just Moyak, but I'm also going to try out the All-American Kayak Series this year. But Moyak offered a winter series when I should be out deer hunting. I've been getting ready for these tournaments and focused on my fishing a little more. So I fished a tournament in November at Lake Ozarks, and I fished one this past weekend, December 11th, at Table Rock Lake, and did fairly well. Finished third in both in both tournaments. So I've had issues getting my GoPro on track and dropping chargers in the lake, and I just haven't been able to get proper footage and stuff like that. So I'm doing a little recap of the two tournaments. November, Lake of the Ozarks, finished third, caught quite a few bass that day, mostly on a green pumpkin, orange finesse jig right here. It's Picasso with a missile baits trailer, green pumpkin orange, 3/8 ounce. Flipping it on 17-pound fluorocarbon, a Shimano. It's the SLX MCL. Really nice new reel. It's a mid-range, you know, it's like 169 bucks. It's a little more than I used to spend on them, but it's a nice reel. It's got a 7:2 ratio, and I got it on a Falcon Buku SR rod, medium heavy. It's a 6'8". I like throwing the short handles, shorter rods in my kayaks. I have 7.3s, 7.4s, and all that good stuff, but I've learned on my kayak that I feel better when I'm throwing the shorter rods. Caught most of my fish on that, and this jerkbait, a little 3.5-inch jerkbait. I don't even know the brand of this jerkbait, but it's just a little 3.5-inch minnow looking jerkbait. I found big schools of shad. Put it on a 6.6 Bass Pro Shop Carbon Light 2.0 with a Bass Pro Shops Johnny Morris reel. It's the 1.5 size 1500 series, running 8-pound fluorocarbon line and that little jerkbait. I caught all my fish on those two baits at Lake Ozarks. That was the trick. I tried other things, but that's what did it for me. Trying to make this video as quick as I can. Do a little recap of Table Rock. Table Rock was crystal clear. Conditions on Friday for practice were exceptional, but I still could not get any bites, and I ended up catching them real deep, 60 to 70 foot, 75 foot deep on a Demiki rig, power bait, 3-inch twitch-tail minnow, 1/4 ounce jig head. I'd watch it go down on my live scope. Fishing it on a Powell diesel rod. It's a 7-footer, medium action, extra fast. And this terrible reel, this reel sucks. It's probably the worst $100 or $89 spinning reel I've ever spent. Good customer service. It came in the box missing some parts. I emailed them. They sent me the parts out. I put it back together, and it is terrible. It's the 13 Fishing Creed GT 2000 series. Caught some fish on it right there. There's my little twist on minnow that I was using. And terrible reel. Great rod. If you haven't checked out Powell rods, this is their lower end series rods here. The diesel series, I think they're like 80 bucks. And I love it. It's a well balanced, good rod. And then on Saturday, I woke up, 20-mile-an-hour winds, 31 degrees outside. Conditions were changing. I tried to get out on my deep bite. I could not get them. Couldn't catch. I could see the fish on the sonar, but the bait had moved out. The spotted bass really locked up. Couldn't get them to do anything. So about 10 o'clock, it got real. I mean, it was just so choppy. I was getting wet, getting bounced around, couldn't stay on the fish. So I pulled out, got on my map, found me a cove that was protected from the wind, and decided to go do my favorite way of fishing. I got my KVD, my Lew's KVD CC1. It's a composite rod. It's a cranking rod. 6'8" medium light. I usually throw my small 1.0 square bills and stuff on it. I run a Tatula 150 H on it. I might switch these around. I got some heavier action cranking rods. I may put a smaller reel on this rod now that I've got multiple cranking reels. But Spro Rock Crawler in Missouri Craw color. Real interesting looking color. I've never seen a crawfish that color, but they call it Missouri Craw. Caught a 17 3/4 incher on that. Caught a 16-inch spotted bass on my pre-Rapala wigglewort. Love this bait. It's my favorite color that they make of it. I'm going to do some, I got a bunch of these. I bought a whole bunch of these, and I bought the Magnum size too. I'm going to paint some of my own here soon. I'm going to make a little video on that. But I got a whole big old bag full, like 20-something plus pre-Rapala wiggleworts. So I'm going to do a little video on that. And then, of course, caught those 2 big keepers on that. Cleaned up with the jig. I got 6 bites all day long. That was it. Yeah, I struggled. But I put all 6 fish in the boat and finished 3rd. Real short limit. I mean, it was only 76 inches, but it took 80 to win it. Really tough day. I mean, but 2 third-place finishes. We got 2 tournaments to go to see how Angler of the Year goes. I'm real pleased with the way the River Series this year went this summer. I finished 3rd overall for Angler of the Year. Came in 2nd place in one of those, 1 big bass in one of those. Did a qualifier tournament on Lake of the Ozarks and finished in the top 40. Had a really good season, so I'm looking forward to next year and see. Well, it'd be great this winter series. I think this winter series can also qualify me for the national championships again. So my goal is to finish top 5 for the winter series, and then I'm going to hit the All-American and Moyak Lake Series this summer. And hoping from this point on out that I get my camera skills in order, get everything the way I need it to be. I got my kayak set up the way I wanted. I did a video on that. I got everything that I need to make this right. I just got to get it all put together and do it. So that's what's coming for Buck and Bass Basics. And hopefully in the next 2 weeks I'll get a deer hunt video. I've really slacked this season, so I'm hoping to get that out for you guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again. Alright guys, I'm terrible at this. I've caught 2 fish this morning at Table Rock during the Moyak tournament. This is the 2nd tournament of the season. I went out on the main lake to catch spotted bass this morning and struck out. I mean, it was 25-mile-an-hour winds and 2-foot waves. And I just couldn't seem to get it together. And I dropped my charger and my cable in the lake. So I'm running my GoPro a little bit at a time. And for some reason, I just didn't put these first 2 fish on the screen. I got 2 fish for 31 inches right now. I need 3 more and got about 3 hours to do it. So let's see what we can make it happen. All right, guys, we just got us a nice 15 3/4 inch spotted bass on a wigglewort. He came up and ate it right at the boat. So that's number 3. I need 2 more. Got about 2 hours to go. All right, guys, we got us another one, 15 incher. Right here at the last minute. I need 1 more, guys. 1 more. We did it. We got another one. We fixed our limit. Finished our limit with 1 more cast. We got about 10 minutes. I'd like to upgrade that one. Alright guys, well, like I said earlier, I forgot my battery. Well, I didn't forget my battery pack. I grabbed something out of the bottom of the boat this morning and tossed it right into the lake, and it was about 76 foot deep, so I wasn't going to find it. But we were out here on Table Rock. Doing a Moyak kayak tournament. It took me all day. It took me to the last 15 minutes to get number 5. Didn't lose 1 fish today, thankfully. I caught every fish that bit. I think I missed one this morning fishing over some trees, but I'm pretty sure they were crappie, so I'll count that as I didn't miss one fish. I caught every bite I got today, so very fortunate to do that, or I wouldn't have a limit. Well, maybe I would. I did catch one short that I threw back, but either way, check out this boat ramp. I mean, this is pretty much, you're putting in here with a kayak or maybe an old school John boat if you don't mind beating it up. But either way, sitting at third right now. We got till 5 o'clock to put all our scores in. The service is pretty good here, so maybe there's no sandbagging. Maybe I finish third again. We'll see. Thank you guys. Talk to you later.